I'll be showing you how to file an income tax return using the Excel form for individuals with employment income. You'll need a valid KRA PIN and password to iTax, P9 form, which is a tax deduction card issued by the employer, mortgage, insurance or exemption certificate if applicable, NHIF membership number if applicable. Now let's get started. Visit itax.kra.go.ke and log in using your valid KRA PIN and password. I've already logged into my iTax account. I'm on the home page. To access the Excel form which we'll be using to file the return, we'll go to the Returns menu, select File Return. The type of return has already been provided and your PIN number has already been provided. The tax obligation in my case is income tax resident individual, but you can select income tax non-resident individual for non-resident individuals. We go to Next. A number of steps are presented, that is step 1 to 5 with instructions on how to file the return. Under number 5, we click on the first option to access the Excel form for the return. I've downloaded and opened my Excel form and we'll start with the basic information. The personal identification number is your PIN number. The type of return will be an original return. You select the amended return in instances where you have already done the return, but there was a mistake which you'll wish to amend. The return period from, I'm filing for the year 2022, so that will be 1st of January 2022. For individuals who did a PIN application within the year and it's your first time doing the return period from becomes the date of application, and the return period to is the end of that year of income. From there, we have additional questions where you select yes if applicable to you and proceed to fill out the relevant sections. If not applicable to you, leave them at no. In this case, I do have a life insurance policy, hence I'll say yes to number 13. Once we're done providing our information on the basic information section, we can move on to the next section. That is section F, employment income details. Start by providing the PIN of your employer, the name of your employer, and the gross pay. These details will be provided for in your P9 form. I have my P9 form with me. You can see at the top we have the details of the employer, that is the name and the PIN number, the details of the employee, the name and the PIN number. The total gross pay is indicated on column D, that is the total gross pay. But in an instance where your P9 form looks different from what I have, the gross pay may be the taxable pay on the P9 form. I have a sample from the Teacher Service Commission. You can see details of the employer are indicated at the top. We have the details of the employee, but we do not have a column for gross pay. However, we have a column for taxable pay. In this case, the gross pay becomes the taxable pay. This information is provided on this section. Proceed to provide allowances and benefits from employment other than car and housing, if applicable. If not applicable, we put the value 0. Net value of housing, 0, is not applicable in my case. Pension, if in excess of 300,000, is 0, as it is not applicable in my case. In instances where you have more than one P9 form, you proceed to add details from the second P9 form on the additional rows provided. From there, we can move on to the next section. In this section, we're required to provide our insurance relief details. That is filling it in as per the insurance certificate. But what makes the return for the year 2022 different from what we had for the previous years will be contributions made to NHIF qualify for insurance relief, that is the contributions made within the year 2022. Hence, I'll proceed to provide the PIN of the insurance company, in this case the PIN for NHIF, the name of the insurance company, mine is NHIF, the type of policy, this is NHIF, your insurance policy number or NHIF membership number, I'll provide by membership number. The policy holder, that is me, self. Annual premium paid, that is the total contribution you made to NHIF during the year. In case you don't have the value, you can check that from your payslips, the monthly payslips, and do the totals. If you have another insurance policy, proceed to add details on the second row, or you can click on the add rows, and then you can proceed to the next section. In section M, we'll be providing details of the pay-as-you-earn tax deducted during the year. Start by providing the PIN of the employer, the name of the employer, then the taxable salary. The taxable salary is your gross pay less pension contribution. On some P9 forms, it might be the taxable pay or the chargeable pay. In this case, on my P9 form, it is the chargeable pay. I'll take the total value. But in our sample P9 form from Teacher Service Commission, it becomes the taxable pay. Provide the value under taxable salary. Tax payable on taxable salary is calculated by summing the pay-as-you-earn deducted during the year and the relief. From my P9 form, that amount is indicated on the column written tax charged. But from the sample P9 form we have from Teacher Service Commission, you can see we don't have a column for tax charged. Hence, we'll take the total pay-as-you-earn, that is pay out all for the year, plus the MPR value, that is the monthly personal relief. In my case, I'll put the tax charge in this section. The amount of tax deducted, pay as you earn, that is the amount of pay as you earn on your P9 form, and that is indicated on the last column. And from our sample P9 form, that will be the pay auto. We put the amount on this section. For individuals with multiple P9 forms, proceed to fill in the additional row or click on the add rows. Then we can move to the next section. In this section, we'll be providing details of any tax paid in advance or tax paid under self-assessment tax during the year for income tax. If not applicable, like in my case it's not applicable, we move on to the next section. That is section T. We'll start by providing defined or pension contribution as per the P9 form. On my P9 form, that will be the retirement contribution. On our sample P9 form, that is the column written pension. The maximum allowable amount under pension contribution is 240,000 shillings. We can proceed to 12.6, the personal relief, as per the P9 form. In section 12.6, we'll provide the personal relief. The maximum allowable amount is 28,800. It's calculated by taking 2,400, which is the allowable monthly relief, multiplied by the number of months in employment. From my P9 form, the amount has been provided on column K, that is personal and insurance relief. But note, this is a summation of both my personal relief and insurance relief. On our sample P9 form from Teacher Service Commission, the monthly personal relief MPR value, the total is 28,800, as this person worked for all the 12 months. these other sections, you provide the details if applicable. If not applicable, leave it as 0. Under number 14, we'll have the tax due or tax refund. A positive amount is a tax due, that is the amount owed. A negative amount is the tax refund. If you're satisfied with the details that you've provided, click on the Validate button. A pop-up will appear that sheets are ready to be uploaded. Do you want to upload the file? We say yes to that. We get another pop-up which indicates where the zipped file has been saved. Now we can go back to our portal and upload that zipped file. Go to the terms and conditions, then click on the Submit button. You'll get a pop-up that asks, do you want to upload the form? Say OK to that. The return has been filed successfully, and you can click on the link provided to download the return receipt.